Mazuma TV back with another video. Alright guys, it's kinda late, so I'm gonna just try to keep it on the hush hush a little bit. But shout out to Ticket TV. I saw one of his videos that he put up and he was saying how Skip Bayless is turning into the Skip Bayless is turning into Brian Kenny in terms of the criticism of Mayweather. Now, if you guys don't know who Brian Kenny is, he had a couple infamous videos um, on ESPN with interviews with Floyd Mayweather back when Floyd Mayweather was pretty boy, talking all that good shit, you know what I'm saying? And he would criticize Floyd on different things about why he wouldn't fight certain opponents. But in the end, Floyd fought and beat all of the opponents that Brian Kenny had suggested that he'd fight, such as Pacquiao, Hatton, um, who else? Who else he said to fight? Shane Mosley, and different fighters like that. So as of right now, Brian Kenny had no choice but to be humbled, and Brian Kenny was definitely humbled after Floyd Mayweather came back to beat Shane Mosley after he got hurt pretty bad. But um, what my response to Ticket TV is, when it comes to the comparison between Brian Kenny and Skip Bayless, I think that um, Ticket TV is right in some aspects in terms of the criticism of Floyd Mayweather, but I believe that Skip Bayless is on a whole nother level of retard compared to Brian Kenny. And the reason why I say that is because when Brian Kenny would come at Floyd Mayweather in those angles, he actually had facts to back up his points. He would say that he fought a guy for a vacant title, or say he wasn't a real true champ at 140, and he would base it off of facts, and he would ask him questions that a lot of the fans wanted to know. Skip Bayless, on the other hand, is just a pure hater. You know what I'm saying? Skip Bayless purely goes off of what his opinions are based off of emotion, no logic at all. Um, and in terms of like knowing the sport of boxing, Brian Kenny knows far more than Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is a definition of a casual fan, and some people could say that Brian Kenny was an casual fan, but he actually knew the the things that were going on in the boxing world, and knew Floyd's history, and was actually able to speak to him on a boxing level, which a lot of reporters can't do. A lot of reporters just see shit on the news and they'll just go with it and then just assume that they know what the fuck they're talking about. So Brian Kenny is far more knowledgeable than Skip Bayless, in my opinion. Um, Another thing, Skip Bayless, he tries to show his credentials in boxing, talking about he used to write like fucking 40 years ago over. He used to report on a fight and he knows how to score boxing matches. Man, shut the fuck up, Skip. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Skip Bayless is a fucking weirdo. Brian Kenny is a lot better than Floyd Mayweather. I mean, Skip Bayless ain't shit compared to Brian Kenny. Brian Kenny was a way better reporter and knew the game of boxing far more better than Skip Bayless did, and actually showed Floyd Mayweather some respect. Skip Bayless is absolutely disrespectful. He's talking about a guy who stood undefeated in the sport for 19 years, fought top quality opposition, will lose to an MMA fighter with with boxing gloves in a boxing ring, who has no kind of professional boxing experience at all, who got his ass whooped and sparring by Chris Van Heerden, somebody who Earl Spence Jr. had beat the fuck up not too long ago. And pure ignorance like that um just goes to show that he ain't shit compared to Brian Kenny. Brian Kenny is just the better overall reporter. But that's just my personal opinion. Shout out to Ticket TV for the video. Definitely something that made me think. Shout out to him. Y'all guys just let me know what y'all guys think about this situation, this Mazuma TV, and I'll holler at y'all a little bit later on. I'm about to put out some other videos. Shout out to y'all, and we out here.